New York City in the 1940s was a captivating era defined by its cultural richness, resilience, and the spirit of unity in the face of challenges. The diverse neighborhoods, each with its distinct character, showcased the city's multicultural fabric. The vibrant entertainment scene, fashion trends, and the wartime efforts of its inhabitants painted a vivid picture of life during this transformative decade. New Yorkers demonstrated their strength and adaptability, leaving an indelible mark on the city's history and shaping its future. The 1940s in New York City was an era of creativity, resilience, and community that continues to inspire and captivate us to this day. New York City in the 1940s truly embodied its famous nickname. The city pulsated with energy, and its streets, subways, and landmarks were always bustling with activity. Crowds filled the sidewalks, adorned with stylish men in fedoras and women in fashionable dresses. Times Square was a beacon of entertainment, dazzling visitors with its bright lights, theaters, and bustling nightlife. The area was lined with glamorous marquees advertising the latest films and Broadway shows. Tourists and locals flocked to Radio City Music Hall, where they were treated to magnificent stage shows and iconic performances by the Rockettes. New York City's neighborhoods were the microcosms of diverse communities, each with its distinct character. Harlem, located in northern Manhattan, was the epicenter of African American culture during the 1940s. It attracted renowned artists, musicians, and writers who contributed to the Harlem Renaissance, a flourishing period of artistic and intellectual achievement. Jazz clubs, like the Cotton Club and the Apollo Theater, hosted legendary performers such as Duke Ellington, Billie Holiday, and Cab Calloway, captivating audiences with their soulful music. The vibrant nightlife in Harlem also featured renowned dance halls like the Savoy Ballroom, where swing dancing reigned supreme. In Greenwich Village, located in Lower Manhattan, bohemian artists, writers, and intellectuals thrived. The village became a hotbed for avant-garde movements and political activism. The bustling cafes such as the Village Vanguard and the theaters like the Provincetown Playhouse fostered an atmosphere of creative expression and cultural experimentation. Renowned artists and thinkers, including Jackson Pollock, Allen Ginsberg, and Eugene O'Neill, frequented the neighborhood, making it a hub for artistic and intellectual discourse. Brooklyn, with its tight-knit neighborhoods, offered a glimpse into the lives of working-class families. Immigrants and blue-collar workers found solace in communities like Williamsburg and Bensonhurst. Ebbets Field, home to the beloved Brooklyn Dodgers, became a gathering place for passionate fans who cheered for their team with unwavering loyalty. The 1940s marked a golden age of entertainment in New York City. Broadway, known as the Great White Way, showcased a myriad of dazzling productions. Musicals like Oklahoma and South Pacific captivated audiences with their unforgettable music and performances. The theaters in Times Square, adorned with marquee lights and iconic neon signs, drew crowds eager to be transported to worlds of fantasy and drama. New York City's entertainment options were abundant, catering to various tastes. Broadway theater productions delighted audiences with musicals and plays. The dazzling marquees of theaters like the Shubert, Winter Garden, and Ethel Barrymore beckoned theatergoers with their captivating shows. Iconic venues like Radio City Music Hall offered dazzling shows and performances, featuring talented musicians, dancers, and theatrical extravaganzas. Jazz clubs and speakeasies in Greenwich Village, Harlem, and other neighborhoods attracted music lovers seeking the vibrant sounds of the era. The Cotton Club in Harlem was a legendary hotspot where jazz and swing music thrived, attracting both residents and visitors. The Copacabana, STORK Club, and other glamorous nightclubs catered to the elite, providing a glimpse into high society. Jazz clubs were the heartbeat of New York City's nightlife. The Cotton Club, located in Harlem, was a renowned venue that featured African American entertainers, attracting both white and black audiences. The Apollo Theater, also in Harlem, hosted amateur nights that launched the careers of many legendary musicians, including Ella Fitzgerald and James Brown. The sound of swing music filled the air, and dance halls such as the Roseland Ballroom and the Rainbow Room offered lively spaces for people to swing dance and revel in the energetic rhythms of big bands. New York City was at the forefront of fashion in the 1940s, setting trends that reverberated globally. Women's fashion embraced an elegant and sophisticated aesthetic, reflecting the wartime spirit. With fabric rationing in place, silhouettes became more streamlined, and designers made more creative use of limited resources. Padded shoulders, nipped-in waists, and A-line skirts were popular. Women adorned themselves with accessories like gloves, hats, and stockings, adding a touch of glamour to their outfits. The influence of Hollywood was palpable, as movie stars like Rita Hayworth and Katharine Hepburn set fashion trends that were eagerly followed by New Yorkers. Men's fashion in the 1940s exuded a sense of masculinity and refinement. Suits were the norm, often featuring double-breasted jackets and wide-legged trousers. Men wore fedoras and trench coats, completing the polished and dapper look. The influence of military uniforms was evident in the structured tailoring and attention to detail. New York City has long been known as a cultural mecca, and the 1940s were no exception. The city's thriving art scene attracted artists, writers, and musicians from all over the world. Renowned institutions such as the Metropolitan Museum of Art and the Museum of Modern Art, MoMA, showcased masterpieces, providing opportunities for inspiration and artistic growth. The Harlem Renaissance, a flourishing period for African American literature, music, and art, reached its peak during this decade. Legendary jazz musicians like Duke Ellington and Billie Holiday performed at clubs and venues, infusing the city with the vibrant sounds of the era. Writers such as F. Scott Fitzgerald and Dorothy Parker found inspiration in the city's intellectual circles. Public transportation played a vital role in the daily lives of New Yorkers. The iconic yellow taxis we associate with the city today were already a common sight in the 1940s. The streets were filled with a sea of these vibrant vehicles, ferrying passengers to their destinations. The subway system, though not as extensive as it is today, was widely used. Commuters relied on the elevated trains, which crisscrossed the city, connecting neighborhoods and providing efficient transportation. An extensive network of streetcars traversed the city streets, offering an additional mode of travel. Bridges, tunnels, and ferries connected the city's various boroughs, facilitating travel and commerce. Street vendors were an integral part of the urban fabric in 1940s New York City, setting up their carts and standing on street corners, parks, and near popular attractions, offering a variety of delectable treats to the bustling crowds. These vendors played a vital role in providing affordable and convenient food options for busy New Yorkers. Among the most iconic street foods were hot dog stands, where vendors grilled and served hot dogs nestled in soft buns, topped with a choice of mustard, ketchup, sauerkraut, onions, and relish. The aroma of sizzling hot dogs wafted through the air, enticing passerbys to indulge in this classic street food delight. Another popular street food was the soft pretzel, displayed on carts by vendors. New Yorkers would often grab a warm pretzel during their lunch break or while strolling through the city streets, enjoying the salty and doughy goodness. The sound of street vendors calling out, "Hot roasted peanuts!" filled the air as they set up small carts with hot roasters, creating an irresistible scent of freshly roasted peanuts. People eagerly purchased small bags of warm, crunchy peanuts to savor as a quick and satisfying snack. In neighborhoods with large Jewish populations, street vendors sold savory niches, offering options such as potato, kasha, buckwheat, and spinach-filled varieties. These pastries were served hot and often accompanied by mustard, providing a flavorful and filling option. Bagels were also associated with street vendors, particularly in areas like the Lower East Side and Brooklyn. Vendors displayed an array of bagels, including plain, poppy seed, sesame, and everything bagels, and they were typically served with cream cheese, lox, smoked salmon, or other spreads. In the 1940s, New York City showcased the prominent influence of Art Deco architecture, a style that left an indelible mark on the city's skyline. Landmarks such as the Empire State Building, Rockefeller Center, and the Chrysler Building stood as prime examples of this distinctive architectural movement. Art Deco architecture emphasized sleek lines, geometric shapes, and intricate decorative elements. The Empire State Building, with its soaring height and iconic setbacks, epitomized the grandeur and ambition of the era. Rockefeller Center's complex of buildings incorporated bold geometric motifs, while the Chrysler Building boasted a stunning crown adorned with metallic gargoyles and Art Deco flourishes. World War II had a profound impact on New York City, transitioning it into a cultural hub for military production and support. The city's factories shifted their focus to manufacturing war-related goods. The Brooklyn Navy Yard, one of the largest shipbuilding yards, played a vital role in constructing naval vessels for the war effort. New Yorkers rallied together to support the troops overseas. War bond drives were organized, urging citizens to invest in government bonds to finance the war. These drives were accompanied by parades, concerts, and celebrity endorsements to encourage participation. Rationing was also implemented as resources became scarce due to the war. Citizens faced shortages of goods such as gasoline, rubber, and certain food items. Ration cards were issued to regulate the distribution of essential commodities. On the home front, women played a pivotal role in the war effort. Many entered the workforce, taking up jobs in factories, offices, and hospitals. They contributed significantly to the production of war supplies and services, demonstrating their resilience and determination. However, women faced gender discrimination and unequal pay, highlighting the challenges they had to overcome. So guys, that was it for this video. What did you think about our video? Let us know in the comments section below. If you are new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell to get notified about our latest videos. Thanks for watching.